Macron has defended weapons sales to the Saudi-led coalition fighting in Yemen, that despite the thousands of civilian casualties in the four-year conflict.
Since the start of the conflict in Yemen, France has adopted a very specific process whereby all sales of military equipment are analysed on a case-by-case basis and on the basis of reinforced criteria that reflect respect for international humanitarian law and the risk of harm to civilian populations.
Well, France is one of the biggest arms exporters to both Riyadh and the United Arab Emirates, who are fighting the Houthis in Yemen. Most of northern Yemen and the capital Sana'a are under Houthi control. The UN calls the war the world's worst humanitarian crisis. I'm joined on the line now by Dr. Riaz Karim, Director at the Veritas Centre for Strategic Studies in London. Very good evening to you, Doctor. 3 in 4 French people oppose arms exports to the Saudi-led coalition. That's according to a YouGov poll. Do you think there's any chance that could influence Emmanuel Macron to change his stance?
I don't really think so. I think what Mohammed bin Salman's recent visit that just concluded in France has done is taken Emmanuel Macron and basically placed him in a money vault. So he's come out and said, you know, we're not signing any armament deals or anything like that, but we need the opera house and we're going to fund this and we're going to fund that. We need your film directors to come and teach Saudi Arabian directors how to make films. Basically, if you go back just a little bit on your commentary, the lady from France said, you know, this does not benefit, Syria does not benefit France in any way. That is the question, that is the main question that the French are going to ask. And in order to do that, I think Mohammed bin Salman actually went ahead and answered that question before it was asked. So now, if Emmanuel Macron gets asked, how is this benefiting the French people, he's got a list, a slew of things he can come out and say. And so this is not going to change anything.
The Yemeni conflict isn't showing any sign of easing. The number of victims just gets bigger. Why does Macron still back Riyadh? Where's that moral outrage that we often see from European nations?
I think it's covered underneath a duvet of money. That's where it is, because in all honesty, France is in it with the United States and the United Kingdom. You know, as long as the money is made, you know, they will keep this war alive for as long as it takes. And it's already taken 3 years, and this is the 4th year now. And there is no end to it. And they know it is an unwinnable war. They do know that, you know, in spite of all these countries bombing Yemen left, right, and center, they've never been able to break the will of the Yemeni people. And they're still going to supply those arms because Saudi Arabia is ready to buy them. So, you know, we're going to support that until the well runs dry, and then we'll look at something else after that.
Dr. Karim, thanks for your time. Dr. Riaz Karim, my guest, Director of the